الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وبعد. Inshallah, we continue from Furqan yesterday into Shuara and Naml and Qasas. These three surahs, they call them at-tawasin. The surahs that have ta, sin at their beginning, so they call plural tawasin. So some of the surahs that begin with the alphabet, what they call al-huruf al-muqatta'a. So ta, sin, mim. They have some. If you look at them, they have some kind of a thematic unity. And the thematic unity is based on the story of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, seeing fire from distance. So it's kind of the theme of all of them in common, the common theme between them. Because you have that in Naml. إذ قال موسى لأهله إني آنست نارا لعلي سآتيكم منها بخبر أو بشهاب قبس لعلكم تصطلون. Sayyidina Musa said to his family, I have espied a fire. Perhaps I'll bring khabar, news, information, or بشهاب قبس, or I'll bring a brand of fire. So these were the two things that he went with the intention to get from where the fire is. So when he came, فَلَمَّا أَتَاهَا نُودِيَ أَن بُورِكَ مَن فِي النَّارِ وَمَنْ حَوْلَهَا. When he came, he was called, "Oh, blessed be the one who is inside the fire," because fire, what he saw as fire was all around him. And بُورِكَ مَن فِي النَّارِ وَمَنْ حَوْلَهَا. Blessed be the one who is within the fire and who is around the fire. So it's like he's surrounded by the angels and so forth. So it was so what he came, as Quran explained itself, so the word khabar here is replace the word khabar. Khabar usually means information. It's almost in all the languages. The word khabar, different ways. Akhbar. In Taha, that word khabar is replaced by the word huda. أو أجد على النار هدى يأتيكم منها بقبس. So قبس, شهاب قبس, جزوة من النار, جزوة, شهاب, قبس, they all mean the same thing. So the word huda in Taha is replaced by the word khabar here in Naml, and also it comes in Qasas. So this is a kind of a unified theme in all the surahs. Those two things, al-qabas wal-khabar, or al-shihab wal-qabar, al-qabas wal-huda. So he came seeking information or guidance, huda. And he came seeking a fire, burning, blazing fire. So those are the two things. So the image that whatever he saw, the light he saw, triggered off these two things in his mind. That he will find people there who will tell him what the way is, who will guide him. Because he's there in the desert, in the wilderness. He wants information about the path. So somebody has to tell you the path, because you never walk the path. So somebody has to lead you, who has already been on the path. That can be a human being or an angel. But here, so he came looking for both. Somebody who can tell him the way, and also somebody who he can get some fire to warm himself up with. So if you can astronomically replace that with fire, which is sun, and guidance, which is a star. So like it came, because stars will guide you in the wilderness. That's what people go by. And the sun warms you. So, but in spiritual terms, so that's the astronomical representation of Qasas and Khabar. Spiritual terms, that is knowledge and Iman. Knowledge, Iman is guidance. Yahdihim Rabbuhum bi imanihim. Iman is guidance, and ilm is fire. So it says that يكاد زيتها يضيء ولو لم تمسسه نار نور على نور. So the tafsir of Hassan, نور على نور, نور الإيمان and نور العلم. The نور الإيمان, the light of Iman, that guides you through darkness. So that's what the stars do. And the light of knowledge completely overcomes the darkness, completely banishes the darkness. There's no more darkness. Day comes completely. So these are the two kind of lights. That's what he came looking for. That's what he got from the light. God gave him in the Torah, فيها هدى ونور. All the books, no more, no less. Al-Huda wa Nur. It's the only content all the revealed books has. Light and guidance. Light here means knowledge, ilm, or Nurul ilm, or Furqan if you want. It's all the same thing. I spoke about Furqan yesterday. So instinctively, that's what he's looking for. But it came in the form of his need in that moment. That's why when God is calling you, He appears to you in the way that you are in that moment needy of. If it is water, you see water. If it is fire, you see fire. If it is so, that's why I appeared to him as the word, as though it is fire. Anyway, so that is kind of the video. So that's the center of all this surah. We have stories of other prophets here and there, but Sinam is a story kind of center, because that's the theme anyway. All the prophets who preceded him, they all went through the same thing, knowledge and guidance. They were all given the same thing. وَآتِينَاهُ الْإِنْجِيلِ فِيهِ هُدًى وَنُورٌ. In Al-Ma'idah, we gave him a gospel. Therein there is guidance and light. So the same thing that they all carried. ثم أنزلنا عليك الكتاب بالحق مصدقا لما بين يديه من الكتاب ومهيمنا عليه. At the end of Ma'idah, and then we send the Quran, which is comprehends all the former books. That's all the knowledge that they contain, or all the guidance that they contain, has been encapsulated in the Quran al-Karim and finalized. So anyway, that's the kind of the general theme of those Tawasin, call them Ta, Sin, Mim. It is as though that theme is kind of indicated by those letters. Those who say that they are Surani, which seems to be, they're not alphabetical letters naturally. We don't, in an alphabet you don't say Ta, you say Ta'un, or sorry, Sinun, Nunun. Somebody don't recite it that way. The Qur'an is Thaw, Sin, so that means it has a different meaning. It's not an alphabetical thing. It's not a spelling. It's not a, yeah. So a Thaw in Suryani actually means fire. So Sin means clay, and Mim is water. So there's a subtle reference to this quintessential realities. And so the theme of fire and guidance and more. So those letters, they kind of a precursor for the kind of the meaning that is contained in those surahs. So in Naml we have the story. After saying Naml, the story and his encounter with the light, when he found the light, then we have the story of Sayyidina Dawood and Sayyidina Sulaiman, who all of them got the same light, but Sayyidina Musa was kind of the soul. He was the and we have in Qasas the same thing, exactly the same thing is repeated. Tasid Mim, and we in Namal is only Tasin, so the Mim is not there. There's also wisdom in all of that. We can't go into all those details now. Just giving a synopsis of the meaning of these chapters. In Qasas, so we have a bit more detail about the preparation that Musa went through before coming to get the light, or the two lights, Iman and knowledge. The 10 years that he spent in Madian, just being spiritually prepared. So it takes getting back into your fitra. So he has to leave the city. Your city doesn't promote that process. It's not impossible, but being in the nature is much more easier for you to find your fitra. So then Allah sent him off into the nature. Alhamdulillah, so through that process. And that doesn't mean that when he went, he didn't know God already. He knew. He knew God already very well. But it's not specific knowledge. He knows that God existed. God is the one who created everything. But that's one thing to know God in a general sense and to know him in a particular sense. That's what will happen once he comes to the fire. So those are in brief, in a nutshell, these are the other themes of the Tawasin. Tawasin. Inshallah, we'll continue from there tomorrow. قولوا قولي هذا استغفر الله لنفسي ولكم